All right, Reggie, what was your favorite part of this episode?
My favorite part was appreciating that I was sitting amongst other musicians, and I felt heard.
Will?
I liked hearing about Tim's Bieber fever.
Oh my gosh. Juan,
My favorite part of the episode was actually off camera when I opened up this thing we threw on the ground and actually found out that it was a prompt. We thought it was a piece of trash, but it was actually man versus gorilla.
Alyssa, what was your favorite part?
I think my favorite part was hearing everyone's memories from years past. It was fun.
Love that. Yeah. What was your favorite part, Tim?
My favorite moment was just remembering my big CD case. CDs! I mean, there's just so many good memories in this episode. That was my favorite part. Black in.
13.
Welcome to Age. This is a podcast where we talk about something random for a long time. And today, we have two guests that have joined us last minute, and we're so freaking thrilled to have them on the show.
So thrilled.
Juan, musician.
Hi.
Actually, introduce your own name.
Juan Holladay.
My wife told me that if each person introduces themselves, we get a sense of their voice if you're not watching.
Oh, I like that.
This is Juan.
Juan Holladay.
Welcome.
I'm Reggie Tidwell. You all know me.
I'm Alyssa Downey.
Alyssa, Downey, and Juan are our new guests today, and it is feeling good. So we're gonna pick the theme out of the trash can because Juan's got to get out of here as soon as we're done.
He's got a skirt on out of here.
Skirt on out of here. We're not gonna dilly-dally with our chatting like we normally do. Hey, is there actually trash in here? I think there is.
Is that true?
Unless that was a topic, then I just threw it away.
No, I think all the topics are in the white paper.
Okay,
Oh man,
here it goes.
heart's beating. My heart's beating. Oh,
Nostalgia.
Oh,
that's a good one.
Easy.
Oh, I love nostalgia. That's a fun one, actually.
Nostalgia.
I like it.
This is good.
And first thing I go, what do you got?
Yeah. The way we kind of talk about these subjects, it's just like an immediate response. When you hear nostalgia, what do you think about?
I said easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. It was like, I think nostalgia it's like what everyone wants. I mean, it's what everyone wants right now, I think, or at least I get that sense that like we are nostalgic for past.
He's got a red light on.
Done.
We are nostalgic for past times that were not as stressful in general.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I watched The Matrix last night and
Someone just told me they didn't see The Matrix. Is that you?
so super weird that
Yeah, can you let-
to not have seen The Matrix.
There are people that haven't seen The Matrix.
But it is more and more common.
Years ago.
I know.
So long ago.
But one of the things about The Matrix is that the Matrix, the computers, the robots, they created a fake world for humans that loops basically like the late 90s, 1999 over and over and over again.
That's a spoiler alert. I'm just kidding.
That is, yeah. Well, too late, yeah.
Too late.
But
It's like if you
Will's
haven't watched it
gonna
by
put
now.
spoiler alert up on.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
The rest.
I mean, if you haven't watched The Matrix by now, I mean, it's been spoiled over and over again.
Yeah, it's kind of been a theme in our culture. But yeah,
The late 90s was like in The Matrix that's considered the peak of human, and I think it's the peak of human existence as well, at least like liberal Western democracy, like because it's like the moment before 9/11.
yeah.
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 You got the end of Bill Clinton,
That's
right
right.
before George Bush.
Yep.
It was the peak of like I feel like it's the peak of Western liberal democracies.
We peaked in high school.
Yeah. So the
I
whole
mean,
world
we were
peaked
in high school, and
late
there was
90s.
a very open, imaginative possibilities. It just felt
Yeah.
The ozone
momentous.
layer was healing.
Yeah.
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 Like in the 80s, it was like the ozone layer, and then the 90s was like,
Oh, it's healing.
we're fixing it,
Yeah,
like
we're
through
doing-
regulations and stuff. Like it's
doing all
the
the
system's
stuff.
working, you know.
Yeah.
Recycling, like, you know.
I just told my wife, I was like, the 90s were such a happy time because we didn't know anything was wrong.
That's right.
You know, like, I don't know if it was happy in the sense of like everyone was happy, but there was just like this, like grunge was ruining like hair metal, ruining in a good way.
Satisfying.
Music was coming alive, like bands were coming out of the woodwork, and culture was
garage bands and stuff.
garage bands.
It's funny you say music because when I think of nostalgia, I think of music. I think music is always my direct tie to nostalgia. I can listen to a song from a certain time in my life, something I listened to in high school, something I listened to in college, and it takes me right back there. And I feel that nostalgia. I'm like, wow, this was a whole epic era.
Right.
And it's funny because all of us on here are kind of musicians. Alyssa has been a phenomenal designer for a lot of music bands back. That's how she kind of started her career, working for, which label was it? Virgin?
Atlantic. I was just an intern though.
Yeah, still.
Just an intern at Atlantic.
Still, being an intern at Atlantic
still really
is-
cool.
That's really freaking cool. And Juan's musician, Tim used to be the front man, as you guys probably already know, for Enemy
I
Lovers.
survived the
Enemy
boy band
Lovers,
movement.
go look it up. Yeah, one of our friends, Victor Davidas, he said,
You look like the survivor of a boy band.
yeah.
I was like, is that a compliment or is that a cut down? I don't know.
I think it was a complisult.
What about you, Alyssa? What do you think of?
Well, that's very relatable, what you're saying about music. My mind just goes to youth, like high school through college. I feel like I have a lot of nostalgia for those years, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to go back to them.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, same.
But there's like,
I don't know. Wouldn't you go back to knowing
go
what
back.
you know?
I would go back.
I would be so much cooler.
Even not
'cause I
knowing.
wouldn't
well, I do
care,
think about
right?
that, but the point of being a teenager is, well, not the point of being a teenager, but you're kind of an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I could ever have the same like depth of.
blissful.
You're just like YOLO. Yeah.
You'd actually be a terrible teenager going back.
No,
Bliss-
Probably would
ignorant.
be really annoying compared to all the other teenagers.
I would be more annoying if I went back if I had any remembrance of, because I would be more YOLO, because I was more like,
Oh, yeah.
I was more like, oh, I'm setting myself up for the rest of my life. I better not mess this up. God's watching, like, so I wasn't like YOLO. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to sleep with
Better
you.
behave.
'Cause that'd be a bad idea.
I definitely.
Now you'd be like, I'm young and I'm
Now I'd be
living.
like, yes, the answer is yes, girl. Like,
Yeah.
anyways.
I
I
definitely.
would love to go back knowing what I
would go
know
back.
now.
Oh well, yeah. If I could like retain all the same knowledge.
Yeah,
But-
I would.
Or at least like some of it.
Do you feel
Not all
like,
of it.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that time was so intense or difficult that you feel like that you're glad you're through it?
Yes and no. I think like when I think about the nostalgia factor, I just think about, well, kind of what you were saying, like the 90s, like we didn't have access to the media. Like it was kind of like this blissful ignorance. Like we didn't know what was going on at every second of the day in every place in the world. And there's something very peaceful about that. And also not having the same burden of responsibility. Like I would never want to be a kid again. Like being an adult is great, but also there's something nice about not having to worry about paying taxes. And all
I
this
know,
other stuff.
right?
Like,
or
gosh, that was
how you're
the
gonna
life.
pay your bills or any of it. You're just like,
It's like in the same way that we look at our cats and we're like, what a life. Wouldn't that be nice? Like
I know,
that's how
right?
it is as
Basking
a kid.
in the sun
life of
spot
a
all
pet.
day, getting fed, getting
No clothes on. It's a little collar.
Yeah, I know, right? You know, it's funny. I saw a meme the other day, and it was, it said something to the effect of my subjects feed me, and
This is a cat, right?
it was a cat.
Yeah,
but
cats
the
are the
way it was framed is though you actually didn't know there was a cat, and it just read like, yeah, my subjects bring me food, do this, and sometimes I will reward them with a smile or whatever. And then on the next slide, it was like it was a cat.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's
knew
pretty
that
much
was
the life
coming.
of a cat.
I have this interesting, I think nostalgia is a surprise always. Like you don't know when it's going to happen. You'll just be like you'll smell something in the air.
I know, scents are things that bring back.
Hear something, and all of a sudden it's just something floods back. And I find it invigorating,
Yeah.
nostalgia.
It makes you feel alive.
Right.
Because it takes you back to an awareness that you've been around long enough to have a nostalgic moment.
Right.
But it's not deja vu, but
No,
it's
not at
similar to
all.
deja vu.
Yeah.
But like I always, as a musician, I'm always like, music is one of the most powerful things to bring people together, but what's more powerful than music is food, and food is basically smell, right? Like taste and smell is a big part of it. And smell, I think,
nostalgia.
is potentially one of the most like memory activating experiences. The smell of something like a perfume or like,
Oh yeah, when I smell
recently.
CK1, that takes me right back to high school.
Oh heck yeah, it does. Yeah, same. I don't smell it though. Where are you smelling CK1? I never smell
You know, if you go to Belk, I always stop by and smell it, just so I can go back. If you're near a Belk, I know they've closed down somewhat.
I actually had a food nostalgia recently. So I haven't done fast food in like maybe 30 years. It's been a long time. But
wait, hold on. When's the last time you did fast food?
Probably like 15 or 20
like
years.
2 weeks ago.
I don't really eat it either, but I probably have had a Frosty in the last couple months.
Okay, I just had to. Okay, go ahead.
So I used to Jack in the Box.
You know what? It's Chick-fil-A. It's Chick-fil-A's fast food.
Oh yeah, Chick-fil-A.
All right,
fast
for a
food.
couple weeks ago, I have kids.
Come clean, come on, yeah.
I don't know why I put Chick-fil-A out of the fast food category.
Oh, yeah,
It is
it's
definitely
fast food.
It's probably the fastest
one
of
of
the
the
fast
one of
food.
the best.
Fast food,
one of the
lightning fast
best.
food. So Jack in the Box used to have these tacos. There were these 3 tacos. There was like meat and beans, and it was like greasy and flat. And
Sounds good.
it was so good. I used to love those. Recently, I bought these little tacos from Trader Joe's, and they are the same exact vibe. They have poblano peppers and maybe that's it. Like maybe some cheese or beans or something. But they're the same like greasy. You put them in a air fryer, you heat them up. And I took a bite and I was like, damn, it took me right back to 30 some years ago when I was doing those Jack in the Box.
It's funny you bring up fast food because my son was talking to me about Taco Bell for some reason, and I was like, "Oh, I used to love Taco Bell. You know, like the Cholito and the little what's the one that was like tiny
Those
little
Mexican pizzas they had.
Mexican pizza?
Those were so good.
And so he was like, "Oh yeah, they were showing this commercial, this one that's got steak and cheese, and it's all." And I was like, "I want you to go to Taco Bell and try that. go see, and then I want you to do a side by side and maybe like do a video of it. This is what we're being shown, and this is what I've just received." And it just hit me. I was this.
It reminds me of voting, you know?
Yeah. Right. And I was like, I'm telling him this, and I was like, why are we okay with this?
Yeah, being
Being
Lied to.
the bait.
Yeah, being lied to, straight up lied to.
Switch.
The bait and switch.
It's
Exactly.
real.
If you were just to put this picture of fake food, I've seen food photography, it's literally just fake food, in there, in the frame.
They
and
use
then
like glue, they use like
all this
non-food
Yeah,
things.
it's toxic.
Yeah.
We've created a culture of dishonesty. I was thinking about it because I'm a gamer. Like I love phone games, and a lot of times you'll be playing a game and they'll show this ad for some game, and you're like, "Wow, that looks amazing!" And you go and you download the game, and it's nothing like the video.
Exactly.
You got to
Like,
do
they
some other
create this
quest to get to the ad game.
or it's not
even there at all.
Or it's not even there. There's some that's completely different. There are some like, oh gosh, I forget
Like
the name
King's
of it.
Quest or something?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
forget.
it's something like, yeah, exactly. You know what they actually did? They finally came out with a game that matches their ads, probably because they got so much heat and pushback because all the reviews were like, this is nothing like the ad.
Yeah.
And so now they have a completely different game by the same company that is all those where he's like trying, you have to do the match 3 to save him from some dragon.
Yeah,
or something.
I love that.
They
I love
now
the
have
ads.
that now. They have
I would challenge every fast food restaurant to do this side-by-side test, to push themselves to the limits of whether or not they're lying to their public. Because I was
Then
driving.
once we get that refined, then we should do that for politics.
Oh man, don't get me started. No, but I was.
That is
I
a
was,
deep well.
Have you seen the KFC did a rebrand? You see this? Like it's this big, cool letters, and they're focusing on the little bucket that they have, this classic thing. And so I'm driving by a KFC this morning to get here, and I thought about the rebrand, and I was like, it's similar to the Taco Bell thing. I was like, they just did a rebrand, KFC. I mean, all the restaurants look different. They had this real stripped back to the Colonel's face. They took Kentucky Fried Chicken out of the name.
They can't mention chicken.
Right, because
no
of
chicken.
certain issues.
But wait, is that real? Because I was just thinking about what
I don't know,
I thought
could
was an
be a
urban
rumor.
legend. They said they were like manufacturing them to not have beaks and
Yeah.
feathers so they'd be easier.
Like mutants.
We'll
So
leave
they-
that to the internet to
Yeah.
discuss. But
Yeah, I'm
whatever
not
it
going to go
is,
out to say that that's what's going on, but I heard it was an urban legend.
I guess the point, what I felt there was that what if a fast food restaurant did a rebrand and changed nothing about their look and feel and rebranded what they were? Like a values-led
like their value,
rebrand.
their
Like
culture.
Domino's, I think, did this one time. Remember when they started doing, they really featured the quality of their pizzas as being, they either said, your money back, or they said, we're just making quick pizzas. Something they did really, it's like this game. It resonated with the reality of the experience, like the fastest pizza you'll
They're
get.
like, we need to actually match the experience with what we're putting out.
And it really resonated with the audience. So I wondered when are we done with just being lied to?
Yeah.
Like, were they always lying to us? Like, did Taco Bell always look, because I remember loving it. I have the nostalgia of what Taco Bell tasted like.
I think
Or did it taste
I think
better?
objectively, food in the 80s and 90s, even
better.
fast food was better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
on
it
the
was
whole.
definitely better.
Because, I mean, they have had whatever, 20, 30, coming up on 40 years to like squeeze more money out of less quality, you know, because that's the gap is where you make your profit.
When you're in a capitalistic world, then they're obviously going to try to cut as many corners as they can.
And
so
they'll
eventually-
approach it scientifically to where just like eventually you're just eating a piece of cardboard that tastes good.
Right.
For like 1 second as it goes in your mouth, and then it's over and you got to get another one.
You know, like French fries, you have about 20 seconds to eat
And then
those
you can
fries.
tell your kid, it used to be like really good. Like McDonald's used to be actually
I just
really
thought that
good.
was me. Like,
No,
would
I
we
think
just
it's
have
real.
bad taste back then? But
Yeah.
I think it was better.
I think there is some. I mean, I don't know, but my personal theory is that they probably have changed in order to like make the food faster and cheaper. But I also think, like, as a kid, like going back to the kid nostalgia thing, like our perception of simple things is like, this is the best thing ever. And then when you're older and you're like, wow, remember that thing from our youth? And then you try it and you're like, this is awful.
I'm sure even toys too. We go back and look at toys that we
and
play with. We're like, man, this is the best
movies
toy ever. And you're like,
Yeah.
it's
That's
like
true.
smaller.
It's smaller
and-
than you remember
Yeah,
it.
smaller than you
Yeah,
remember.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like,
I mean, we were
That's a good
healthier
point.
as like a little kid. You're like, oh, this is delicious. Now it's like, well,
Yeah.
I can feel this is not that.
like a box
Healthy
of
for
Kraft
me,
mac
you know.
and cheese as a kid was like the best thing.
You should bounce back like that. Like, yeah.
I put
Now,
away a
like,
lot of
make
Happy
me
Meals when I was a kid, so I'm glad it was hopefully maybe healthier.
Hopefully, maybe. I don't have
I mean,
any
but maybe
evidence behind that.
you brought up the ignorance of being young.
Yeah, there is
Maybe that's
definitely a
the
bliss
thing.
that we don't realize
and
that
you don't, yeah.
things are better than this.
And kids like don't have a developed palate. Like you don't really.
No, that's
I feel like
true.
kids don't usually like very
don't have a
flavorful.
refined palate.
Either way, you can
Yeah,
say a
you're right.
refined palate or a destroyed palate.
Yeah,
It's like alcohol tastes good. It's like, no, it doesn't. It
IPA
never
tastes
tasted
good.
good.
No, that does
Coffee
not.
doesn't really taste good. Like you just
Give kids,
compromise your way to be like, this is good
is
because it
good,
keeps
yeah.
me awake.
you give kid any kid black coffee, and they're gonna tell you it tastes terrible.
no, absolutely. And I think so. I never acquired a taste for beer, and I think it was simply because of that. I tasted it the first time. I was like, God, this is
doesn't taste
horrible.
good.
Why is
What's the-
everybody
what's the
drinking
big
this?
deal?
They're like, you just have to acquire a taste for it. And I was like, why?
Yeah, exactly.
Why do I want to do
You have to
that?
be worn down.
Yeah, and so I would get like a cooler. Remember they had those wine coolers?
Yeah.
That was like my beverage of
But
choice.
you still like your sweet drinks.
I do. I love some frou-frou drinks, love some ciders, but yeah, beer I never acquired a taste
Same,
for.
me neither.
Yeah.
What about Kool-Aid? Or did you ever get into
Dude,
Kool-Aid?
I put back some Kool-Aid, but
too.
then I grew out of it. I was
And
like,
some sweet
this
tea.
is so much sugar. I
Same.
think what happened was I saw an aunt or somebody make it one day, and I saw them dump like 2
Oh yeah.
things of sugar in it.
Maybe-
I was like, damn.
Maybe this is why we don't like fast food, because we see how things are made.
Yeah. We
And then
know
we
now
see
they're-
how they can't possibly make them good in that situation.
Yeah.
Not to mention, we've seen all like the backstage videos about what happens in the back of a fast food restaurant.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
was that?
Oh, yeah.
What was the one with the guy that ate McDonald's for like 40 days or something?
That
Oh,
guy.
Super Size Me.
Super
Size Me.
Yeah.
Size Me.
And then there was also that.
Can't unsee that.
No. No, and then what, like the last time, not the last, I think the last time I went to Burger King, like I remember I pulled up, I ordered a Whopper, and the kid that handed it to me, he looked like maybe 15 or something, or 16. He didn't look me in the eyes. He was looking off.
He's like,
It was like he was handing me drugs or something, and he was looking off in the distance, and he handed it to me. Guess what I did with that Whopper?
threw it right out the window.
I drove right to a trash can, and I threw it. I was like, the vibes
It's like,
is
if you
way
can't
off.
look at me with good conscience and hand me this, then I am not eating.
I just feel like you did something to this burger, and I don't.
So
You're
apparently,
looking for your mom out in the parking lot, like making sure she's not watching. Like,
so apparently,
hilarious.
fast food restaurants are a part of our nostalgia.
Yes.
Do you think they're a dying trend? Because I was just thinking about like Arby's. Like these things just feel old.
Yeah, is Arby's
and
still a
like,
thing?
do you think people
Are they
still go
still
to these
around?
places?
I saw an ad that said, if you've eaten Arby's in the past, whatever, you might be owed money. Like,
Oh, that's not a good sign.
yeah. So,
But you just think of the trend of fast food. Like, is it dying, or are we just in a place? I think Asheville is a foodie.
It's definitely
centered
a foodie town.
foodie
I
town,
feel like
right.
people are always going to be on the run, and they need to be able to grab quick things. And I think fast food's always going to have its place for that.
Yeah, like Five Guys, Chick-fil-A.
Totally.
These are
But
like
it's
the.
not-
Five Guys is way better, though.
I just
Way
don't
better.
think it's going to be most people's first option. You don't wake up
Yeah.
and going, God, I want to go get a Big Mac and a quarter. I don't think.
I bet
maybe
if we
some
did a
people
poll,
do.
I bet the people do wake up with that feeling.
Maybe they do. Maybe they do.
Isn't that what it's made
I
to
don't want to
get
be a
that?
hater for sure. It just,
It's made to get that feeling.
yeah.
I would be curious. I mean, I don't have kids. Maybe you have insights into this, or all of you. What is the high school and college generation? Are they into it, or are they? How is the health trend getting into the
My
youth?
22-year-old has never had fast food.
Really?
Yeah,
No?
never.
I love that.
My kids have never had fast food. I
Well,
used
that's
to have
because
it
you
because
don't as a parent.
also, but
Yeah.
But would she tell you if she had?
No, she actually is completely.
Let's have this
against it.
discussion, Reggie.
Your
Your daughter is
I'm wondering.
perfect. I know.
She would totally tell
She
me
would
that.
tell me.
She'd be like,
She definitely would tell
she'd be
me.
Like, I had a Big Mac the other day and it wasn't as
Yeah,
bad.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
wondering.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
her age group, are they into it, or are they like, we want healthier
Yeah.
food?
I don't know. That's a really good question. I will say this. I do find that the Gen Z kids are so different. Like their communication is different. I was just thinking about this yesterday because one of the hosts that we were supposed to have on, or guests that we were supposed to have on the show is a Gen Z kid. Super awesome. He's like a nephew to me. But I think they're so used to communicating through like TikTok and Snapchat that like texting and like emails and things like that are just so kind of
school.
foreign. Yeah, it's like,
I mean, I'm kind of down with that. Like when you were like, oh yeah, you were telling me about doing this, and you're like, what's your email? I was like, oh man, I gotta, okay, all right, let me rethink this. I gotta read an email right now in order.
That's
I was
so
like, can I just
fascinating.
pull up and talk? Like,
are you Gen Z?
No, but I do hang out with a lot of teenagers. But
He has teenagers.
yeah, but my kids, their mom and I, like, we both pretty much eat pretty healthy, like, and they grew up in Asheville, so it was like they had a lot, like they were
options.
spoiled with a lot of really healthy farm to table options. They didn't really have fast food. The first time I took my daughter to Brugger's Bagels, like she's 15 now, but she was like maybe 4 or 5 then. She said, "Daddy," and she looked at me and she was looking around like, she's like, "Never take me to this place again."
Seriously?
Yeah. Or she said, "Never take me to a place like this again." And I was like, "Okay, word, okay." But
That is hilarious. That answers your question a little bit.
well, this is the rest of the answer, at least for my experience, is that then once they started getting a little older and having more of a social life with other kids, they were just like anti-healthy. They basically be like, "Dad, we
There you
get us
go.
a snack from the food." I'd be like, "What do you want?" Anything not healthy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My
I think that's a
17-year-old.
rebellion.
Is all over that.
That's a rebellion.
We went traveling, went and ate in Europe, and food is amazing.
Yeah.
Around the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you come back to America, you're like, I got to go back into this
Except
expensive,
England, but yeah.
expensive bad food. And he loved it. He was like, great, I get all my dyes and I get all my, my additives. And I'm like, what are you doing? You're hurting me. I think it's just rebellion. There's no
totally
way.
rebellion, dude.
But this is another element of the nostalgia when you could eat whatever you want and it didn't matter. You were
Yeah.
totally fine.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
fine.
Yeah, because
We didn't die
drink.
somehow.
I was just, Megan and I were just talking about how we can't do anything right now. You know, like everything we do is a failure. You're not eating right. You're not doing your life right.
too much
You're
this,
not.
too
There's
much
always
that.
so much self-help.
You could be doing
That's like,
more.
Right. You could do this to save the world. You could do this to save your family. You could do this to save your kids' lives and their future. You could do this to save, and you're not doing any of it. And if you are trying, you're not doing it right.
Right.
Here are 7 more steps.
And then if you're doing it all, you're doing too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you're overworking and you're, so there's like this, why now? Like I remember when we were younger, you didn't know if you were doing something right.
Yeah.
You had tests at school. That was pretty much the bar for if you were doing things right. And I don't know, that felt so much more present. Like you were doing your life and figuring it out.
I think we should go back to that. I think we should go back to establishing our own bar for winning and what winning looks like.
Right. But
Because when society is telling you you're not winning because you're not this, you're not that, then you're constantly having this state of like failure and like dysfunction, which doesn't feel good.
I oftentimes compare myself to an animal because I'm just like, well, an animal doesn't. Yeah, like I mean, basically what we're talking about right now. I'll just be like, how am I doing? To society standards, not too well. To a mountain lion standards,
Really
doing
good.
I know I can go to Five Guys tonight and get a really good burger. You know what I mean? Like, and I'll be
made
good
it.
for another 24 hours.
So this is why you introduce yourself as a happy person. I
Yes.
feel like that,
Part of
there's
it,
something
big-
to that.
There is something to that for
Yeah.
sure. I absolutely.
Because at the end,
believe that wholeheartedly.
well, I mean, it's you know, having kids and stuff and people to take care of makes it be like, okay, I got to be a smart mountain lion, but like, you know, like,
Still, like, what does it take to take care of a kid? You just give them food and water and make sure they stay alive, right?
Yeah, sometimes
I really-
for like
I've been
24,
doing it wrong.
48 hours at a time. We're good right now.
I just think that
I'm rich right now. I'm
life has
rich
become
right now.
so complicated, you know, like all the things we have to do. Like, how many things do we have to really do in order to live? If you just left, or if you got stranded on, let's just do this as a test. If you got stranded on an island with your kids or without your kids, this came because we watched that movie. Remember that movie?
What movie? Castaways?
No, that's a good one. It came up when we were watching it. Anyway, whatever.
Is it the one we just watched?
Yeah.
It's called.
We have a guys movie club where we watch random intense movie. It's kind of a horror movie, but they get.
It's the one with
they get
Rachel
stranded-
McAdams. It's called.
Yeah, Rachel McAdams gets stranded on a beach with her.
Send help.
Yes,
That's it.
Send help. Okay, so thank you, Will.
Thanks, Will. Will's
So what
always-
if we got stranded on a beach, on an island? How do you live? What is essential to living life?
My dad is a survival teacher, so what he says is that, and I think this is a good measurement. If you have what it takes to make a cup of tea, you're probably good. Which means like
That's pretty good.
water,
Wow.
fire, maybe like a cup or something,
Kind of herbs or something.
and then then something to put in the water. Like then you're doing pretty good.
I love that bar.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like to raise a child in this world, to be alive on planet Earth.
I have that. I've got what it takes to make a cup of tea right now. We could make it right now.
We could do it right now. We got the little
Definitely
quick
make it
pot.
right
That's covered. Now we just got to think reverse engineer. Okay, what's the next thing? What's the next level?
Right. But I think that there could be this. I think we're like in a world where we're trying to be sold a lot of things. So adding more things is all you can do when you're trying to sell something to someone who's got a lot, who can already make tea. So you have to sell them a better, quicker water boiler or a better tea bag strainer or whatever it is. You got to make something better, and then they feel like they need something more. But really, there's like, when I think back to when I first got my license and I had no phone,
Your driver's license.
got my driver's license, had my car, no directions. I actually went and got lost, literally got lost, accidentally.
Oh, accident.
I just wanted to drive and experience it, and I thought I knew where I was, and then I realized I didn't know where I was, and I had to find a
I bet that was a
payphone.
little
That's
scary.
awesome.
It was so
And a
awesome.
payphone.
Oh, and a payphone.
And a
But I was watching the
payphone.
Matrix.
It's nostalgic.
But I was watching The Matrix last night, and they have the payphones, and I was like, what if like the reason, maybe the real reason why there's no more payphones is because that way we can't get out of the Matrix. We can't go find a payphone and get out of the
I
Matrix.
see where you're going. The Matrix is the truth.
There still are payphones in like Nevada somewhere. My dad was telling me there's some town that's like so far
They're
just like
known for their
removed.
payphones.
They've got payphones still that
that's
work, that
cool.
function.
Okay, so get this. My son tells me
that.
that I'm going to spend my whole paycheck on this gun skin. He plays Valorant, this game where they first person shoot each other, and there's all the strategy, and you can't see the person, so you're not buying a suit or an outfit. You're actually buying the color of the gun. and kind of what it does when it shoots. It makes a sound and it does something in the world, but no one else from any other perspective can see what it does. It's just for your own sense of.
It still just shoots, and like it's just
Still
changing
shoots. Exactly. It changes.
the feeling for the shooter.
Exactly.
Man,
and it costs.
value in
Here's
that.
what it costs: $25 for a skin of this gun.
Dude, my kids have spent so much on, well, just my son has spent so much on Robux.
Yeah.
So he can buy stuff in Roblox
yeah.
that he can't ever do anything tangible with.
So I'm giving him a hard time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? And I'm like,
Doesn't make
I would have
sense to
priced.
me.
Who priced this? Because I would have priced this all wrong. I'd have been like 99 cents. Please buy this skin. And they're paying $25.
Dude, it's crazy.
And so I try
to me.
to talk to him and understand, because I want to understand him. And this doesn't compute. So I'm talking to him and I'm like, so why? Why would you want to spend? Because he's going to buy this big pack that's $75 and it comes with all these classic skins.
It's crazy.
And so I'm like, please help me understand. And so he's like, Dad, okay. So he pulls out his phone and he's showing me, and he's like, this skin comes from this time, and then they hired an artist to create this skin, and then there's these sounds that happen, and each skin has a different sound at every shot, and then there's this artwork that happens when it explodes and they kill someone. And I started thinking about it from a very different perspective. It was art.
Yeah.
They were buying, and then I was like, he's on this game for hours.
Yeah.
So what did we do as kids? If we were doing something for hours, we would try to buy the coolest thing.
In that whatever it was.
So
ride our bikes around town. So we wanted the coolest bikes, and we wanted like the coolest little
because that's where we
embellishments on
were the most of the time.
That's
We
what we
wanted
spent
someone to
our money
see
on.
us.
That makes
And
sense.
so when he's in the game and everyone else is in the game for 12 and 15 hours a day, no one sees them out in the world. So there's another
That's where
game.
people see him the most.
Right. They see them with that gun skin, and they're like, that guy has this. There's one game that's not Valorant, but came before Valorant. I can't remember what it's called. And there's a skin in that game for their gun that's $50,000.
Damn.
And even more. There's more. They're collector's items. They're rare.
Son, you could buy multiple cars. for
Right,
this.
but you remember the NFT movement and the Bored Ape Yacht,
Yeah.
the Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Yeah.
They would buy these profile pictures to go on Twitter. And these were like $500,000 pictures, JPEGs, because these people were spending so much time in that world that people were looking at them from that perspective. So it was like buying a Ferrari.
So they saw the value.
If you were being seen in the real world more times than not, like when I was growing up, buying a Ferrari was the coolest thing ever, because you pull up in front of a hotel or in front of a casino. I don't know why I'm naming these weird things in Vegas. No, I just imagine a Ferrari being in Vegas.
Well, that's like why like a rapper would like rent a Ferrari for the music video.
Because people are going to see it.
Even though you don't really got a Ferrari, but also like
Rented just for the
but you
video.
guys talking about your bikes and stuff like but still the bike is like real world. It's different. It's different than the skins.
hard to make
But
that.
you know,
it's not
but you know
different,
what's
it's the
same?
Matrix.
But you know
that's what I'm saying.
Maybe.
It's the Matrix. They're in the game. If we're in the game,
That's
but
their
buying
reality.
a bike is our version of what they're doing
That's
from a
their
meta
reality,
level.
because
I get it.
that's where they are.
So I
It's
think
like I'm
an
connecting
even
it
better,
to
an
nature.
even better example, I think for us, what I thought of when you were talking about this first was just music. Like I would spend
We spend so much
$75
money
on music.
On a
and
collector's
what
album.
does it
Easily.
do? Like what does
Yeah.
it do? It's not a bike. It's not a car. It's not a physical thing. You do have the physical art, so that is a little bit different. But
it
it's
gives you-
mostly the nothing, the sound,
It's sound
the
waves.
intangible
You
thing.
should see me trying to explain to my daughter that she would have to buy an album to listen to it. She looked up a new album. We have Apple Music, like everyone does. And I was like, you know what? If we didn't have Apple Music, you'd have to buy that album. She's like, what do you mean?
You have to go to the store.
I didn't say,
you have to
we
go to the
used to
store
have
and
to
get a
go
physical
and
piece of
buy a
media.
CD, and without that CD, we couldn't listen to it. It
And-
wasn't anywhere else. It would pop up on the
Yeah,
radio.
that's nostalgia for sure.
Yeah,
But you
buying
know
a
what?
CD.
You know what died hard for me was switching to digital music formats when we didn't. One of the things I love so much, certainly as a designer, was getting the CD and getting the art and opening up the CD. And if they went the extra mile and had a really nice box set, when you had a little sleeve and you pulled out the little booklet.
This is
it
coming
was
back.
beautifully
This is coming
designed.
back.
You had all these things.
is coming
Totally
back.
agree.
Yeah, you would look at it.
Yeah, I used to spend hours just like listening to the album and
reading.
reading the lyrics, and I knew every song and what song came after what song and what all the songs
In
were
order
called.
on the album.
Yes, and like the whole album together is very intentional. Like there's a story throughout the whole album. And now with Spotify, like I recognize that like I know these songs, but I have no idea what it's called or who sings it. I
It's in
just
some
don't know the
playlist.
context.
Or the lyrics. You have to like go
And I
to a
don't
separate
like
screen
that.
to get the lyrics right.
I know.
Always like, what are you listening to right now? I was like, I don't even know. Let me go back and look at this one song on my Spotify. Oh, it's this. You know, that's what it is.
You remember how you used to?
It's like,
You remember those CD books? You'd take your CD out of the CD case and slide it in the thing.
And then it all gets taken.
That's
at
what I
once.
was talking
Hey
about.
guys, someone steals
it.
Someone steals it. And you're just all the empty cases with no CDs or
Oh,
covers.
you're like, ah.
But you used to keep track of your collection that way. You know, like I had one in my truck. I used to work on the road a lot, and I had a CD case that was the full-on 4 CDs.
Oh yeah.
In a zip-bound
Yeah, yeah. I had
binder,
one of those too,
and
yeah.
it was massive.
With the
It was
sleeves.
like a book. Yeah,
like
with
a
all the
book.
sleeves.
So I
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
leave
yeah.
it in my passenger seat. I pick it up, put it in my lap.
I still
and I
have
like
mine.
flip through it, and I could just remember all my music.
I
like
still
I-
have
fun.
it.
Yes, it was
I
so
still
fun. There was
actually have
something
mine.
about that
You do?
experience.
Yeah,
And
Case
now-
Logic. It was Case Logic was the company.
Yeah.
I still
and
have
now
it.
Apple Music is like recommendation, and it's the same album. I I listen to the same 3 albums all the time. And I can't even think of another album. I'm like, what do you listen to? Like you, I'm like, I don't know. And if you flip back through my like hits, you know, like you have your own personal hits, they're all my kids' songs. So it's like Danny
yeah.
Go, and there's just random music. Like Ezra has he has cool taste.
Do they not have their own Apple?
No, they
Oh,
listen
you
to
gotta
mine.
Get them on the family plan. Give them their own.
but they don't
All
have
my
their own
kids
phones,
have their
right?
own
They don't have,
playlist.
well,
so-
they're starting to get their own phones, but doesn't. But that is the thing, though. Not having, there's no physical artifact. Like I think when we were buying CDs or tapes, like I remember.
Oh, tapes, dude.
I was so desperate for
We're
the
having to
sound
rewind
waves.
to the beginning.
I was so desperate. I would sit on the radio with a tape ready to
yeah.
record.
Oh yeah, same.
And I remember the song
Same.
even. I was at a radio, had my tape, and I was waiting for Dead Eye Dick. It was a song that was on Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, fun.
Anyway, I'm waiting there, and it came on, and I hit the record button, and I
Just
had
in
it on
time?
tape.
Yeah.
I used to love that.
But when you have the artifact, and this is coming back with
Vinyl.
K-pop, they will sell. My niece, she has bought the same album like 3 times.
Oh, wow.
Exact same songs, but each member of the band, I think, this is what I understood from her, each member of the band puts their own flair on the art and the images in it. So it's like all this one member of the band. And so she's buying everyone for the artifact of this collection that she's making.
But it's physical?
It's physical.
Yeah.
She buys the actual physical
CDs?
CD and case. It's like this
CDs.
really high design. Yeah. And my daughter just said she wants to buy CDs. I'm like,
Oh, I love that.
so I don't know what's happening, and if
You're like, we don't have anywhere to play them, but yeah, we.
I know, because my dad brought me a CD I made when I was like 18, and I was like, yes, I've been looking for this. Where do I play it?
Where do I play it?
I don't even have the super drive. You used to get with your laptop and you
I
plug
have
it in.
one.
Yeah, but I don't think it works with the new OS.
Oh, does it?
I don't
not?
think it works.
I should bring mine in because I have one. I bought one foolishly. It was the funniest thing, actually. It was one of those senior moments, I think. But I had all my old like client CDs, all my CDs with all my like DVD ROMs with all my like client work from like right after high school and all through the years until I stopped using DVDs. And one day they were in my garage and I was like so over it. I'm like, I gotta get rid of some of this stuff. So I'm like, am I ever gonna go back to these old like college, zip files and all these college projects? So I started cracking them and throwing them in the trash, and I got rid of them. Then I totally forgot. And one day I was in Best Buy and I saw the CD-ROM or the Super Drive, and I was like, "Oh yes, I can get this and go look at my old work."
And you had already cracked it all.
But you had to crack it before you put it. You
couldn't throw it away.
You could have just lightly put it down in there.
No, I didn't want somebody
You had to crack
I had
it.
to crack
No
it.
going back.
This is the
Nobody's gonna see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was so when I had that epiphany, I was like, "Oh, that's right, I threw them away."
Jeez. So maybe there is this, I don't know if it's with everything, but there is with music, it is ethereal and it makes us feel so much. We want an artifact of its existence.
Totally, I think there's a reason that we cling on to it.
And why
because of
kids are
nostalgia.
starting to, right, and kids are starting to
Vinyl hasn't gone away.
No,
It's like
vinyl will never go
is
away.
continuing to grow. And I saw this thing last night or yesterday or the day before, but it was like this guy, I forget the artist's name, but he was making these records, these vinyl records that had 3 different ways to play it. If you put it in one hole, then it's on this track. You put it in the next hole, it's on the outer track.
Wow.
You put it in the last hole, it's on this other track.
That's cool.
And each record cost like $1,000 or $5K. Like he would make like 100 of them and then sell it for,
This is
$100 or $500 or $1,000 or $5,000. Like, and yeah,
So scarcity. It's scarcity, right? Those are
and
like
quality
and
like
scarcity.
super high quality, and the music being really good. But I kind of wonder, like, CDs, cassettes, vinyls, all 3 of those things are terrible for the environment.
Yeah,
like,
because they're
it's
making
so cool in a way that that we still have vinyls, but vinyl is
plastic.
Polyvinyl chloride. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like PVC. And
think so.
when there was that big train explosion of polyvinyl chloride in Pennsylvania a few years ago, it was like this big environmental disaster. That was the substance that we make vinyl out of.
Oh, wow.
Vinyl records. It's like,
see, this didn't matter when we were younger, right?
Good.
Didn't matter when we were younger. No.
No, it didn't. We didn't know about that.
So what would you say? Do you think that it's better that we're not making, or that these things
I
have gone down
wonder,
in production?
would it be better to let go of those? Like, because as a musician, and I would say an environmentalist to some degree, I when I was younger, I was like, why would I aspire to travel around the country or travel around the world, promoting myself and then selling plastic crap to people? Like, what am I actually doing for the world?
You can make your CDs out of the paper, like recycled paper sleeves.
The sleeves,
The CD
but not
can't be that. The
CD
plastic
can't
is
be.
still that. My conclusion is just, live music.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Talking about a scarce asset.
Live
Yeah, live
music.
To be live, to feel that. You remember going to bands, going to shows when we were younger, and they didn't cost $500, and you have to wait on Ticketmaster
That was a
for
different era.
hours in a queue. Like, I don't know what
Yeah.
music has done, but doesn't it feel like, though, going to see live music used to be an intimate thing? I don't know if it's just because I'm from a smaller town. I never went to I know there were big stadium shows happening, and that was an era of the 80s and probably
I
into
went
the
to
90s.
Fair, which was
But, like,
nothing like.
I know.
It was massive.
Oh, Lilith Fair, but that's a whole different experience.
Yeah.
But you mean going to like the Great Eagle or the
Yeah,
Orange
going to
Peel?
like a show to see someone that's not broken yet. That's like
Yeah.
to see music being created and crafted and birthed. Not like, so when you go see a big artist, like, let's just talk about Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You're not seeing anything but
That's true.
a very polished, preset exterior performance. Like, there's nothing
all
about.
choreographed.
I know
It's not in the
I know she's
moment.
great. And I know people love her. And I know she's authentic.
unless she's. I mean, a lot of these huge artists, they don't actually perform.
they just lip sync.
They move around. I think Taylor Swift probably
think she
does
does.
perform.
I do
So
too.
there is a degree of authenticity there, because there's other ones that are less so.
Right. Oh.
Big, like, for instance, I don't know, maybe like someone like Pitbull would be like probably, has the vocals canned, piped in or something. I don't know.
Did you see Justin Bieber perform at the Grammys?
That was great. I like
How
that.
incredible was that?
Yeah.
That felt like old music to me when it didn't have to be perfect. People used to get, I guess you could call it canceled. We didn't call it that back then, but remember Milli Vanilli?
Oh yeah,
For
they got
lip
canceled for
syncing.
lip syncing.
And people lip sync all the time.
They do it all the
People
time
wouldn't even
now.
care.
Yeah.
Like,
Was it like Saturday? Maybe not Saturday Night Live, but like the Tonight Show or something. Like, it was expected that they weren't actually going to be singing the song, because
Yeah.
they'd come out and there'd be no like instruments, and there'd be somebody out there like.
So the thing is that I think we protect ourselves from failure or from weakness. So when you mess up, you have a weakness. You're not as good a singer as you are in the studio. You're probably not good. So they sing that way. Mariah Carey's classic for this. They sing, they really perfect it in the studio, and they try to get it perfect, and they do a lot of whatever in the studio. But then when they go live, they're like, this is not my best self. I want people to see my best self. And so they lip sync. And it's not that they're not singing. They sing it once.
Yeah.
But they're not.
them.
They're not presently singing it now.
I think with Milli Vanilli, the problem
They were
was
someone
it
else was
wasn't
singing.
even them.
Right. That was
It
a big issue.
somebody else.
And I don't know people.
And we weren't used to it then. We weren't used to it then. Like
Right.
Milli Vanilli, the problem was also we just weren't used to it then. Now we're used to it. Now, after
I mean, you have auto tune.
after Cher
Yeah,
did
auto-tune's the same
If
thing.
You Believe in Life After Love and did the auto tune,
Yep.
and then T-Pain.
Yep, T-Pain totally
And
perfected
Kanye
that.
West, like all of that
and
auto-tune.
T-Pain can actually sing really well.
So when you see someone sing, when someone performs, and what's the right word for it? There's something about singing that captures the moment. And that experience is scarce. Because albums, I love albums. I think if you listen to albums that were created when they had to record live, you can somewhat get to that point when they all recorded around a mic and trying to capture it. Beatles is one of those that sang it, that's them singing it, and that's very little effects happening. But I think now in this world where everything's so contained or plastic wrapped, you know, like everything's so perfect, people are looking for the imperfections. And so that's, I think, you're right, that live performance is the only place you can really capture what music is. The fullest, the fullest extent of it.
I think you can do it in recordings, because like whenever I make recordings, I never think, you know, oh, how am I going to do this live? I'm like, no. I'm just trying to make an experience.
Yeah.
Recorded
like
experience.
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts.
And then I will, and the burden will be on me on the feature. Either I won't play this live, or I'll just figure it out later.
But isn't this like branding that doesn't work in the real world? Let's make a brand, KFC for instance, that looks amazing, and then we'll just try and figure it out when we move it to the real world. Why doesn't that come first? Why doesn't the real world experience of it influence its creation?
For me, it's because the real world experience of recording is like, you know, I've never seen, for instance, like the Smashing Pumpkins live. I don't even know if I'd want to see the Smashing Pumpkins live, because I like Siamese Dream so much.
You don't want to hear them ruin
I don't want to hear it done almost as good as that. I just want to hear that. And I just think as a musician, it's like, I don't know, maybe like a painter, you're trying to do the best you can in this one moment. I'm so present in the creation moment that it makes me I'm not worried. I'm not going to pull myself out of that creation moment to worry about, oh, if I can't play this on a mandolin, then I can't record it. It's like, no, whatever it takes to make this experience, I'm just going to do it, and then I'll figure it out later.
So then that perfect.
But I would cut it. I would do like halfway. I'd be like, I'll find either because I do sometimes perform over tracks. Like I'll play the thing I recorded, sometimes take the vocal out, do the vocal live, or sometimes sing a harmony to the recorded vocal with mixed results. I would say sometimes it works really well, sometimes it doesn't.
So I think this is interesting, because this is the first time I've seen deceptive branding from a different perspective, where the artist and the creator is doing what you're doing. They're putting their best into the craft, the tools they have, and then they're like, we'll just figure it out when we get to the world.
I'll put my best in the next part too.
Right.
But I'm not gonna. But sometimes people just worry, like, because they're like, how are you going to do that live? And I'm like, I have no clue.
But imagine a producer producing an album for you, and they're doing their best in their craft, and then they release you to the world, and it's a total different experience than what they, like Counting Crows was classic for this. They had this album that, I know this from personal experience. This is crazy. My manager was friends with the guy who edited the first Counting Crows album, which we all loved. Does anyone have any nostalgia when they hear Mr. Jones?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So they recorded this album, and it was terrible. The editor got it, and he's like, this is horrible. So he took the album and literally cut it into pieces. Verses, chorus, bridge, and he had it hanging on his wall. Yeah, because it was all on tape.
Yeah.
There was no digital devices then. It was all on tape, and this editor had it all around his studio in pieces. And he built the album from these pieces that they had recorded.
Wow.
He built Mr. Jones out of pieces. And so when they went to perform, they had to learn. They weren't that band. They were this other band that recorded. So they had to go and learn how to be this band.
Play the fabricated version.
And then, and you see how long they lasted? They lasted, I don't know, like 6-7 years, maybe 10 years, but they kind of were fading out. But when it's not core to who you are, if it's not what you're creating, and this goes back to what we were telling one of our guests last podcast, is that AI can make you sound, it's the tool to make you sound exactly like you think you should sound to fit in. But it doesn't let you be who you are in this moment. So if you're a band that can't write good songs, then it would be a punishment to give you really good songs to play live, because you're not that band yet. That is built over time. So if you're and so for instance, if the producer does this and then releases the band, imagine now a creative agency that's holding this brand is going to do everything in their power to make this brand look badass. And I've done this before. I had a friend say, you have done your clients an injustice because you make them look cooler than they actually are. And so when they come out, people look at them and they're like
catfishing.
They're like disoriented. They're like this.
Switch and bait.
Yeah, switch and bait.
bait switch.
And I've always felt
Switch and bait.
Switch and bait.
switch and bait.
Let's switch this up.
So
It's been bait.
I felt self-conscious about this because I'm trying to do the best I can with all the tools I have, with my skill, with my being, and then I release them into it and I let them take it. So the people that did the KFC rebrand are doing it the best they can. It's going to attract all the youngsters and it's going to be great for them. And then they just give it to them and it's crappy this, it's crappy that, it's horrible wages, it does all these things. And they just
Under the
release it
hood,
in
it's
the-
actually pretty bad.
Under the hood, it's bad. But this creative team was trying to do their best work, even though it was a lie, essentially.
One of the things that came to mind when you were talking about painters and music, Joni Mitchell on Miles of Miles,
Yeah.
on one of the songs she
That's
says.
exactly what I was talking
Yeah,
about.
she's like, nobody, Van Gogh painted Starry Night and he does it and that's it.
They're not like, do it again.
Yeah,
Do
they're like,
Starry
paint a
Night in front of us
yeah,
right
it's
now.
Paint a Starry Night again, man.
Yeah, come on, man. Yeah,
like-
exactly.
But it's like, that's the beauty of art, is that, and the beauty of live music, because I really think that, for instance, we're I don't know if I told you this story before, but I went to Mississippi Nights to see Fiona Apple years ago. You know Fiona Apple? Anybody like Fiona Apple? I'm still a huge fan. I love her.
Pretty awesome.
We got down to the front row, me and a buddy of mine, Brandon, and we penetrated the crowd, but we got pushed over to the left. And we were standing there and we're like, well, it's still close enough. We'll be able to see her. This is great. Intimate. You're talking about the intimacy of live music. And this is, you only get that kind of intimacy, I think, in small venues or venues that you can actually maneuver your way up to the very front. So I'm up there, Brandon and I standing next to each other. We're looking at the mic. All of a sudden, these guys bring this big box and they drop it down in front of us. And we're like, oh man, this sucks. But at least we'll still be able to hear her. She's gonna be right there. We're standing there, we're waiting around, and then all of a sudden these same guys come back out and they pick up this box, these legs drop down, and they open the top, and it's her fucking piano. And all of a sudden, we're just like beside ourselves because now we're realizing she's gonna be serenading us pretty much the whole night because more than half of her songs are done on the piano, and that's exactly what happened. We were at the edge of her piano the whole show, which was absolutely amazing. And the whole thing I was thinking is that this is gonna totally ruin her CD for me because now I can't ever relive this experience. Like this is it in the moment, this is the thing that I'm getting to enjoy. So savor it, because when I get back in the car and I pop in the CD, it's gonna have a different vibe. You know, it won't.
Yeah, because she's a real performer.
She's a real performer.
Does the craft.
She is amazing.
They once asked Johnny Cash, "Why do you sing the way you do?" I don't know if y'all have heard this, but he said, you know what he says?
No, what's the answer?
It's the only way I know how.
Oh, I like that.
That doesn't exist now.
Right.
Because you can sing however you want. You can produce it however you want. We have the digital tools to make you look, sound, and feel however you want to feel. Yeah. So what does that mean for the scarce asset that we are as humans, the unique thing we bring? Like music, for me, has lost a lot of its the quality of it because it doesn't have its own thing anymore. Like it's all melded together. There isn't stuff coming out, or at least that I've found.
You mean genres
or styles or unique characteristics of an artist. It's all kind of, this is going to be a crazy thing to say, but I think Justin Bieber's album, the Swag album, is the first time that I've heard an album that sounds like the anti-song, the anti-album. The production's wrong.
His newest one?
Yeah, you should hear it. It sounds like it's recorded in a room
that
with
the one that has
a
the
tape
Yukon
deck.
song on it?
Yeah, the whole thing, even the songs are not written in the pop It is.
You know the song is like, in the
Are you even a
city.
Justin Bieber fan?
I used to run where you come. He sang it at the
Parking lot
Grammys.
in Tucson.
Yeah.
No. You have heard this?
I've heard that song. That album.
I haven't heard it.
It's so good, but the thing about it is, and I've never liked
start a boy
Justin Bieber, and then I will have not
we
only
could just, like-
survived, but it's. I only have heard it because my daughter. She's been a Justin Bieber fan before Swag came out, and tried to turn me into one. I'm like, no. I mean, his past music, there's no way I'm listening to that. It is so what pop is. The part of pop I don't
It's
like.
like the epitome of pop.
Yeah, it's like self-manufactured, just.
But
fake
he's
pop.
actually talented.
He's so freaking talented.
Yeah, he's actually talented.
So on this new album, and I tried to see who produced it, and it's got like 8 producers. It's not just one mastermind trying to make him sound a certain way. And every song is different. There's one song that's called Glory Notes, voice notes, and it's from him singing to his iPhone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And it's like really good.
And it's one of his tracks, and it's so good. But all the songs on it, there's not like this typical formula of here's the bridge, here's the chorus, here's the hook.
Yeah.
It is literally
I don't do
him.
that either.
And my son's learning his guitar parts because my son likes it too. This is a weird thing to become a Bieber family. I never thought this would be possible.
Is that a thing? A Bieber family?
Well, like usually it's just
We're a Bieber family.
usually it's just Bieber fever, like
Yeah.
Isn't there-
Believers.
yeah.
Wait, that's what they call them?
Yeah, believers.
Believers?
Right. But now listening to this album, it is so counterculture. And he even performed at the Grammys just himself.
Yeah.
In his boxers. With his laptop.
Or with one guy playing guitar. I think the other time he performed.
was okay.
Yeah.
At
But it was like
Coachella?
stripped down, very intimate. Yeah.
Right. And he just sings. And you hear him and you feel him, and the entire place was silent.
Wow.
That is the heart of what it is we possess as people. The scarce asset we are is that level of unique magic. And I don't think we realize that. I think we're trying to be something that people want. Use AI to write the best email. Use AI to write the best song. Use AI to do this and that. And now it's become AI, but we did this in measure before AI came out to try and cover the weirdness that we are, the unique imperfection that we are.
Yeah. I mean, even like a template to say this is how to write a letter.
Yeah.
Like,
What if you read
I
a
use
letter?
templates all the time, but like, I mean, just like the conventions, like that's kind of the early
Conventions, right.
conventions of like when, you sit down and your fork is here and you learn all that stuff so that you can be presentable in a certain context. But it's like that stuff that was somebody else's idea. And like, it was somebody else's,
Preference.
preference. It was their
vibe.
their informal preferences that became our formal expectations.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have to live within that box.
Yeah.
Yeah, until you realize, because you think it's like, oh well, it's something, but it's like not. Like you look at all the Latin names for plants. It's like, oh, it's the Latin name, that's scientific. But then you translate it, and it's like, oh, it just sounds like a folk name for a plant, because that's what it is. It's just got codified. But I was gonna say you should listen to my music because I think you'll like it. Because I don't. Because when I make songs, I mean, I've done songs, maybe like hundreds of songs where it's like, okay, intro, verse, chorus, or intro, chorus, verse, whatever. And then eventually I was like, what about just beginning, middle, end? Okay, I love a good intro. And then this is the next part. I don't know what to call it, if it's a verse or a chorus, but it's another part. And then I get tired of that. I want another part. Okay, this is gonna be more versey. And then, am I gonna go back? Maybe not. Maybe, hey, this is only a minute and a half, but it does feel like it has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and it resolves. Or I had this one collection of songs where I didn't want it to fully resolve. I wanted it to end and you to be like, what? I want it again. I want more. And I made a bunch of
They
Mm-hmm.
do
music
that
like
with
that.
movies too.
Right.
where
So
they're just like,
I think you would like it because I basically am just like, I've done the like formulaic songwriting. Now, in order to make me catch my breath or make me feel some chills, I just make stuff that makes sense on its own,
Yeah.
we were just talking about this yesterday, Juan, but I remember seeing you at this garden party years ago. It was probably 20 years ago.
It was probably 2007.
Yeah, so 19 years ago, I was at this garden party somewhere in North Asheville, Montfort. Yeah,
I know where it was.
Yeah, and I was the Juan's band, Secret Beats.
But it wasn't even my band. It was like I had a
such an
guitar.
intimate breakdown,
I had a
yeah.
guitar a nylon string electric guitar plugged into a delay pedal.
Yep.
And then I also had a Honer bass
crazy that you
synthesizer.
remember exactly the setup.
It's not that crazy. A Honer, a Honer bass synthesizer. So maybe I plugged that into the delay pedal.
Oh my.
And then my friend was playing saxophone, and then I was also singing on top of that.
It was such a vibe. You
And
were
it
definitely
was a
singing
vibe.
on top of it.
And it was a vibe.
It was outside. It was a cool summer night. And I was just like, damn, these guys are
I'm
awesome.
gonna listen to that. So your band's the
And I remember
B-sides?
Well, yeah, I would go listen to my personal music, Juan Holladay first, because that's for
the
me.
best
That's the
intro.
crowning achievement.
Yeah,
Secret
yeah.
B-sides is more like
You're like,
it was practice
Formation.
run. Yeah, more of a
yeah.
practice run. And I'm gonna do more Secret B-sides recordings coming up with like a new lineup that I have.
Nice.
But
You gonna do live? Are you gonna do any live playing out? 'Cause
Yeah,
what I
for
want.
sure,
I want
for
to
sure.
get back out to some live music. I want to
For
teach
sure.
my kids to more live music so they can understand that and feel that and have that baked into their nostalgia.
right. I'm having so much nostalgia just talking about this. All the things we're bringing up. It's just,
You gotta take us home soon. We gotta
So-
get this guy out of here
oh, it's been an hour?
yeah, it's been an hour
What time you gotta go?
now.
now.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Like when you let Alyssa say a whole lot. You
I
want
was
to
enjoying the.
you want to close us out? You want to like
you have anything-
what's
Speech.
a yeah? What's a what's a good what if pertaining to nostalgia? I just put you on the spot, didn't I?
Yeah.
A little bit. So if out of all that we've brought up, would you ask yourself a question and say, what if we did this instead of this? Or what if that still existed? Would you say?
I mean, something I think about a lot is like, why does our country place so much emphasis on just selling more and consumerism and bigger food and these chemicals that make it taste better and
That
have
part.
different colors, when I feel like it would be just as marketable, if not more, to focus on being
The
healthy.
absence of all those things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like building up something.
So what if we
authentic.
did that? I don't know.
I will share this quick thing and then I'll let Tim bring us home. There was a guy who did a study recently, blind taste tested. He took Lucky Charms from Canada and Lucky Charms from the US. Lucky Charms from the US is just filled with like Red 40 and Blue Lake 5 or whatever, and more sugar. And then the one in Canada is not, has less sugar, doesn't have all the fake colors and artificial stuff. And he did a blind taste test, and he was like, oh my God, this is obviously the American one because it's so sweet, it's so good. And then he tasted the other one, he's like, oh wait, I don't know, because this one now tastes, it's like artificial, it's weird. And it turns out the one that tasted best was the one from Canada. So we don't even need all of the fake
know.
artificial stuff.
I started buying the fresh ground peanut butter from Ingles, which is literally just peanuts.
Yeah, I was
ground
wondering,
up.
why do they put
And now,
freaking sugar in
I know,
peanut butter?
and now whenever I taste the normal peanut butter,
Yeah, like Skippy,
it's like
it's
so
got all the
gross.
sugar
It's
in
so
it. Yeah,
sweet.
it's disgusting. I don't know why people need to put sugar in everything.
Overly
So-
designed, overthought. All of our stuff, all of our food.
We're just
But there are more options
To the
for
max.
like eating healthy and eating sugar.
you got to be pretty wealthy to eat healthy.
yeah. There are at least more options.
But there are more options. There are.
true.
I mean, you don't got to be wealthy, but,
But
yeah.
do you think options are what make us happy?
Yeah, I think so.
But they've done surveys, and
I would
people
like
with
to not
more
be
options,
forced to have to eat
people
the-
with more options from a survey are less happy than people with one.
I mean, you think
I think
about it, when
that's
you
too
go into the
simplified.
cereal aisle, that feeling of overwhelm, I totally
Exactly.
get that. But I also don't want to be forced to eat the version that has all the junk in it. So I do
Like the version that's grown from a field, and that's the only option you have.
I mean, if that was
The
only
real
option I
version.
had. Yeah, if it was just
Well,
the
I
real
mean,
version,
like-
I think I'd be fine.
That's what it used to be.
Yeah, I totally.
Now
be
we have
fine.
options. We have stuff boxed,
That's the
canned,
nostalgia I
frozen, fresh.
What if that
organic
could be all of our
ingredients.
nostalgia?
I mean, I tend to, like, there's times where I'll be by myself or whatever. I'll go to the grocery store. There's one time where I went to the grocery store and I was like, suddenly realized I was like, there's food from all over the world in this grocery store. In this moment in time where this is gonna be, this might not last. I was like, this is kind of cool. Like, I'm gonna walk down, and I was at Whole Foods, you know, so I was like, there really was like kind of like a lot of different
Food from everywhere.
Yeah, there is food from like, they do make an effort to have like a whole aisle of stuff from like Asia or whatever.
And they'll have even local stuff too.
Yeah, local stuff. So I do feel a little bit like, I just like, this isn't gonna, it wasn't always the case, and it probably is not always gonna be the case. So I was like, you know what, I just
enjoy this moment.
I'm just gonna enjoy being in this building, and I've got enough money, I could probably buy whatever I want today.
Yeah.
And walk out and like, you know, kind of like the mountain lion, like the animal, like right now, the mountain lion in this grocery store is like
Feasting.
This is sweet. This is good. You know, like, I don't know. I kind of like it.
What if we just enjoy the moment? And then that becomes the nostalgia that we come back to.
Yeah. It's funny you say that, because I was going to tell a story to close this about what if nostalgia was right now. And you just said it, and then you said it. So I was just starting out our agency that my wife and I started years and years ago, and we finally gotten this office outside of our house, and it was this little tiny, no window, 12 by 10 box. And we were having our first creative meeting with our creative team. And one of them is on, what was it, before Google Meet? It was this the one with the blue, Skype. They were on Skype from like Texas or something, and I had a designer here, and then my wife and me. And right before the meeting, I check my email, and I get this email from a client that was just, I can't remember who it was or what they said, but it was devastating to me. And to Megan, she got the same email, and it made me just want to quit. I was like, this is fucking stupid. I don't know why I'm even doing this work. And I had this, and I'm getting ready to have this meeting, this like creative brainstorming naming session with this creative team. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening right now. Just in a really bad place. And we sit down and have the meeting, and I'm not happy. And Megan looks at me and she goes, all right, let's just take 60 seconds and just have a moment of silence just to kind of center ourselves. And so me coming from a family that has very few pauses and very, very few moments of silence, this was going to be a big challenge for me with this creative team I've just worked with for the first time. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. And she says, all right, let's just close our eyes and let's just sit here for 60 seconds. So I do it, and my mind is racing, like, how does this feel? This is so awkward. This is weird. And this is before all the big like mindfulness movement. So this is a weird thing to be doing. And someone's on Skype, and it's just quiet, and my mind won't let it go. And all of a sudden something in me says, just fucking try it. And immediately I'm ripped away from the moment, and I'm like pulled back through like time and space, all the way further and further back from myself out into the universe, and then further into the universe. And it was like I was not only moving in space, but time, years and years.
You really felt like that?
Yes. This is the weirdest experience I've ever had. And I saw my generations live, and I saw me die and watch all these generations live. And I went back, I had to be 1,000 years. And I looked at it, and I breathed in, and it all felt finished. And I went, and I went right back into my body. And I woke, I like opened my eyes, and I didn't know how long I'd been out. And I look around, everyone still has their eyes closed. And I look around the room, and I'm like, it's like the clock on the wall is making this weird, loud clicking sound, and the printer, and everything feels old. Like I'm having this sense of nostalgia, like stronger than I've ever felt in my life. And I look at Megan, she's so young. I'm like, you were so young. And I'm saying, that's TJ. And I was like, oh, I'm back in this moment. Like I get to live this moment again. Mm-hmm. And I had nothing that I had to get accomplished.
That's all.
It was already done. I had already seen it finished. All I had to do was enjoy this time with them. Mm-hmm. And it was one of the best creative meetings I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Love that.
I usually don't do drugs right before a big meeting.
I will use, it's crazy because my friend says you're terrible at drugs because you're like already on drugs. But I do this trick. Sometimes I'll be sitting with my son playing Legos, and I'm just like rehearsing my pitch, or I'm like thinking of a project, and I'm like, no. And so I time travel myself back, and I'll think about all of it being
able
to do it.
Yeah, I can
like
do
know
it.
how to do it now.
Yeah.
It's like you have the little matrix dial.
Right, and I'll zoom out, and I'll breathe in, and I'll come back in, and I'll be like, there he is. He was only 4 years old.
Right.
This is when he was
moment.
4.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm coming into a picture.
I feel like nostalgia, the basis of it really is like these moments where you were able to slow down and you were able to be present. And there's always something going on that's stressful, always something that's pulling you out of that.
Appreciate the
But if you can in this moment, just like come back, find the things that truly are blessings, even in the midst of stress and chaos and turmoil, that those become the basis of nostalgia.
It's that moment of simplicity and peace right there in that moment.
we gotta
I love
get this
that.
guy out of here.
All right. I thank you for showing up, for listening to this, listening to us just yapping. And I appreciate Juan. Thank you for doing this last minute with us. And Alyssa, it's so great having you both on. Until next time, bye.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Let's get this photo real quick.
Thanks for listening. This podcast was created and developed by our hosts, Reggie Tidwell, Tim Scroggs, and Mary Green. Special thanks to our guest hosts, Juan Holladay and Alyssa Downey. Produced by Mary Green. Live production and editing by me, Will Kennedy. Graphic design by Dylan Garcia, and set design by Megan Scroggs. Today's episode is presented lovingly by 40 Hearts, creators of enduring value.